Digital native assets are assets which are completely digital. For example, a Bitcoin.
A Bitcoin is a great
is a
example.
completely digital asset. There's no note which depicts an Bitcoin. Completely lives in the digital world, and it has a value based on supply and demand. Now, digital native assets like Bitcoin have become pretty significant, right? How has it evolved since the inception of Bitcoin?
How many lines of code did it take to get Bitcoin started? 15,000 lines of code.
Oh, wow.
Now we have 150,000 lines of code.
On the same Bitcoin.
Same protocol. So what's happened between those? We've generated improvement, right? And this is the beauty, the dynamism. It's true of everything we do, by the way, but the dynamism of these tools, they're not static. So as the demand changes for what we want this Bitcoin protocol to do, you add lines of code and you codify the things you want it to do, like create smart contracts.
Correct.
So the creation of smart contracts, which is dominated by Ethereum, Bitcoin's going to be competing with it soon enough, but it's dominated by Ethereum right now. The evolution of smart contracts just says, hey, if there's a simple way to codify a relationship that we have that can be automated.
I want to simplify the concept of smart contracts for the viewers who don't know it. So correct me if I'm wrong, smart contracts are automatically executed if certain set of conditions are met.
Correct.
For example, if going back to the lemonade stand, like if I have received the $5 for a lemonade, it automatically gives you the lemonade. For example, that's a basic way to put this. Even I think it's being used a lot in real estate. And like if X amount of dollars are transferred, the contract of that real estate is automatically put in your name. Give us more examples on that.
Basically anything parametric, anything that can be well-defined can be automated. Once you automate it, then you've taken away a lot of the middleman frictions that are costly to transacting. So it can be things like insurance. So imagine you have a house and you have disaster insurance that if there's a tornado that comes through at a certain wind speed, then you get a payout. Those are well-defined parameters. We can agree on the data, pipe that data into this contract. And if those conditions are met, you're paid. Anything that can be defined with simple parameters can be automated. And once it can be automated, then all of a sudden we're making that intermediation simpler and cheaper.
Going back to the insurance example you mentioned, like a lot of people struggle with insurance. The buying process of insurance is easy. Like, hey, someone has sold you that insurance. But when it comes to the claim, people who have been through these claims can come back and tell you, hey, the huge process that they had to go through. And if that can be automated, like even by a certain percentage better, that would, save a lot of time of the consumer.
The whole spirit of our being is to make things better. We innately do this. We're never satisfied. So call it competition, whatever. And sometimes it takes ugly forms, war, whatever it may be. But there's always this constant struggle to move forward, never to be satisfied, right? And with that struggle to improve, you just want to make things better. So how do you make things better? You remove middleman frictions.
Correct.
The closer you can get people together in terms of their intermediation, the more efficient it's going to be, the more transparent it becomes, the less corruption that happens. It's just a much, much better way of interacting financially.